Is Austin Theory and the United States Championship in LA Knight's future? It might be, because on tonight's SmackDown we get the second Fatal 4-Way match in the United States Championship Invitational, where Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, and Cameron Grimes will face off, and the winner of that match will go on next week to face off against Santos Escobar to determine the number one contender to Theory's United States Championship. And I'm just spitballing here, I'm assuming that this match for the United States Championship will take place at SummerSlam in Detroit, Michigan, a much needed pay-per-view match for that US title for Austin Theory himself, who's pretty much gone down the card and he's pretty much diminished his role into the background over the past few months ever since he beat John Cena at WrestleMania, because WWE hasn't been able to provide him and the United States Championship with high-level programs, high-level feuds, high-level rivalries. With that said, should LA Knight win tonight's Fatal 4-Way? Should LA Knight go on to beat Santos Escobar and become the number one contender to the United States Championship? And the very simple answer is yes, because if he does so, and ultimately if he goes on to beat Theory for the US Championship, that fixes the issue in the eyes of most WWE fans that Creative created for him at Money in the Bank, which is he didn't win the briefcase, even though he was one of, if not the most over guy in that match. And I've discussed this in the past as well. As soon as that match was over and Damian Priest became senior Money in the Bank, I agreed with it, because again, where do you go with LA Knight as Mr. Money in the Bank? He can't cash in on Seth freaking Rollins, because that means he has to move over to Monday Night Raw, and in my opinion, if he does that, he'll get lost in the shuffle, lost in the sauce, much like he likes to say, on a more consistent weekly basis, because he won't always be the best thing on Raw like he is on SmackDown. On SmackDown, he brings a very particular, different flavor, different kind of role every time he's on the weekly broadcast on Fox Sports or Fox. By the way, tonight's SmackDown's going to be on Fox Sports 1. But I'm just saying that would not have been the best option. And option number two, you create the exact same conundrum, the exact same issue WWE had last year when they made Theory Money in the Bank while we had undisputed champion Roman Reigns. Nobody believed that Reigns was going to dethrone, that Theory was going to dethrone Reigns for the championship last year. They just couldn't buy it, because Reigns was 2+ years into his reign as champion. That just wasn't going to happen. Therefore, the threat of Theory, the legitimacy of Theory as a threat to the world title, it dissipated. And if LA Knight had won Money in the Bank, it would have been the exact same thing. If he plans to cash in on Reigns for the title, he can't, because nobody's going to buy the fact that LA Knight, yeah, as over as he is, as great as he is, nobody's going to buy that Creative and Triple H and Vince McMahon and everybody in the bank is going to sacrifice 3+ years of Reigns reigning over WWE for what is, in any case, the flavor of the month with LA Knight. Which again, I'm a fan of him. I've been a fan of his since his Impact Wrestling days back in 2015 when he made his debut as Eli Drake. Yeah. But I'm just saying, they just weren't going to do it, and it would have just diminished LA Knight's role on WWE TV. Giving him a chance to go after the United States Championship is the perfect opportunity to prove for LA Knight to prove to the higher-ups in WWE that he can carry a championship, that he can carry a feud, and particularly a program with Theory who can also go on the mic, who can also go in the ring. This feud, this rivalry, if it does indeed happen, if it does start at SummerSlam for the United States Championship, it could go on all the way into Survivor Series. They're just that damn good. I think that this could be a very great program for the US title in the next few months, if they go through with it. One thing to be said, one thing left. Last week's promo by LA Knight. Yeah, he just walked out for 2-3 minutes, crowd went nuts, as they have done for the past few months, because, like I said, this guy has it. This guy has something, his charisma, his kavorka, everything he brings to the table just screams megastar, and you gotta watch, you gotta pay attention. My issue is that last week's promo by LA Knight gave me a lot of babyface vibes, and in the worst way possible. And by that I mean, it felt like he was catering and pandering to the crowd a lot more. A lot more of a like me, please me kind of way. Which again, that's what babyfaces usually do in WWE. But that's not what got LA Knight over with the crowd. And that has been a trend with WWE babyfaces for over 2 decades at this point. I think the last few superstars who were able to keep their heel personas and be babyfaces and fight off against other heels and still be like mega babyfaces were Stone Cold and The Rock back in the Attitude Era. Everybody else since, every single babyface has always pandered to the crowd, and it's unfortunate because again, you know, that basically diminishes and cancels out all the coolness that LA Knight brings to the table. So I'm just hoping that they stop going in that direction and just, instead of having him berate the crowd and put the crowd down, just have him berate and put his opponent down and not pay attention to what the fans want for the most part. Again, I might be off on this. If I am, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. Do you think LA Knight is going to walk out tonight the winner and then go on to beat Santos Escobar to become #1 contender for the United States Championship? A lot of steps to be taken. First step starts tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. Tune in later on tonight to Fox Sports 1 for that exact match. Fatal 4-Way. So with that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.